you don't always need a fancy scan tool to check engine parameters or engine sensors. Here's the coolant temperature sensor for the computer. It's a 2-wire sensor. Just put your jumper wires on it, attach your leads and your multimeter, and we've got 17, and that's a K1000, 17,000 ohms. So that one's obviously no good. At room temperature, it should be around 2,500 to 3,000 ohms, from what I remember correctly. Right now, with the engine, with the key on, it's registering about 5 degrees Celsius or less, actually. Well, I'm surprised it doesn't show less. Usually, an open circuit, when you disconnect the sensor and just leave the harness plug hanging, the computer usually shows minus 40. So the fact that it was still able to show temperature, it was actually kind of impressive. So anyways, this one's getting a temperature sensor, and it'll have smoother running. It obviously runs rough because it's adding too much fuel. As long as the reservoir cap is on and tight, and as long as the system's not under pressure, you can pull the sensor out and you can see there's no coolant loss. Even though coolant level is up here and the opening is down here, there is no way fluid can go in, come out, because air pressure is pushing down on that fluid. And as long as no air can go into the cooling system, no coolant can come out. So there you go. I got a new sensor. I'm going to pop it in, maybe check the resistance, but I know it's going to work. You guys always ask if aftermarket parts are okay to use. Well, yes, they are in most cases, and in most cases nowadays, especially with older vehicles, that's what you got to use, because you're not going to be able to find these temperature sensors or certain parts through the dealership, because after 15 years or something like that, I think they're no longer responsible to have or provide parts. So this is the sensor that I took out. This is the one I'm putting in, but it won't seat because it's slightly taller. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get my pointer. So this here, this ridge is sitting higher up. And then when I add the O-ring here, there's not enough clearance for the retaining clip to go on. I already tried 2 different clips. That's the factory metal clip. I tried the plastic one. Another point of view here is when you hold these sensors together. Sorry for the camera work, one-handed here. Ideally, those 2 sensors should butt together, but you can see the gap here. So the length, the protruding length here on this one is longer. So the sensor cannot sit far enough down in the hole in the flange for it to seal, or well, it will seal, but the retaining clip won't fit into place. So these are some of the issues that you run into with aftermarket parts. Now we won't have the car ready because we're scrambling to get a different sensor. Okay, I got another temperature sensor. This one is the same make, or is it? Hold on. My eyes don't focus. Yeah, it's a Vimo. So this is the new one. And you can see same height. If I orientate them like this, you can see the ends butt up together. Sorry, it's hard to see. I'm doing this one-handed, but now I can install it and it'll fit, or I should say the clip. These retaining clips will fit. If anybody has a line on metal clips, let me know. I prefer the metal over these plastic doohickeys. Thanks.